G'day everyone.
Welcome.
Simon, Jody, balance equation. Question on everyone's lips, why do we start? Why do we bother? What is this balance equation?
Yeah, what's it all about? Simon and I have got a mutual friend that introduced us a couple of years ago, and from that first meeting we sort of got together a bit more and had a bit of coffee and bits and pieces and shared some of the same values and bits and pieces and some of the same observations, and that's led us to today, really, where we're at.
That's it. We've had some similar experiences by way of either climbing to somewhere where we thought it was going to give us a whole bunch of satisfaction and fulfillment, and it just didn't, and that can lead to a crisis of sorts. And how we've both realised in our lines of work, I'm a consultant and author and help people, go better in business and personal performance, and I've seen a lot of people who have got a lot of money, they've climbed that mountain, but they're not as exuberant and vibrant as they could, should be. They're not as happy as they thought they were going to be after they climbed this mountain. Yeah,
they've been busy their whole life, but they went through school, they found something that filled their needs financially, and they got technically competent at something, most people, right? And they earned good money, and they probably put kids through school and all the good things in life, and got enough money for holidays and all the good stuff, right? But just there's something missing.
And is that because they've been doing a lot of doing in order to have a lot of having, but haven't really been that conscious of their being, their beingness? What are you being in this journey? And ultimately that's all that we've got, isn't it? So
yeah, we're human beings, not human doings or havings.
That's ultimately what we're about. And there's another point here, which is there's a great skills paradox in life, isn't it? We focus on a lot of professional skills, we focus on sporting skills, all these peripheral skills, but where do you learn how to take care of this? And by this, the biological organism that we are at the lowest level, but the mental contributor to what we are, the emotional part, and ultimately the spiritual thing that we are. That's just not touched upon in the Western world, and yet those are the things that give us the most ground, we've found, in feeling exuberant and fulfilled and excited about life.
Yeah, joy.
Joy.
The combination of those things brings joy, Whether it's a swim in the ocean or a walk up the beach or being in the sun, it doesn't really matter, There's some certain things that we introduce into our lives that Simon and I have both done that have made a big difference.
That's right. So that's what balance equation's all about. We'd be wrapped if you came along on the journey with us to unfold a better you, to unfold a better life. We're saying it's totally possible. There's a big movement in the world to be aware of depression and take into account how there's a lot of that going on. There's almost an acceptance that is acceptable. And I'm not making light of depression, but I'm just saying there's a whole nother ballpark we should be shooting for, and that's an exuberant life. And even under these uncertain times, there's uncertainty everywhere. But there's one thing in your control, and that's your state and your level of fulfillment. That's totally doable.
Yeah, I think, that's, at the end of the day, we all want to live happy, joyous, exuberant, fulfilled lives. And that's why Simon and I have started Balance Equation. So we look forward to having you on the journey.
Come along for the ride.